What up, bros? It's your bro, Dr. Bro, McBro. Because that's all I got that rhymes with bro is McBro. I literally just walked in the door back home from YCS Chicago. I've been thinking about making a deck profile the whole way home. Even though I did go 8-3 and lost on the bubble, I played a Malefic skill drain when May Day 2, which isn't really a achievement, but I should have. So I'm to the deck profile, and at least I can tell you what I changed and what I think would make a difference. And I probably should have taught, but I didn't. But I do think the deck is great, and it's pretty good showing from Malefic skill drain out of nowhere. So let's talk about the deck. All right. As you can see, we'll start with 3 Malefic Stardust. Goes back and forth with how good it is. Right now, it's pretty decent again to protect Necro Valley because Necro Valley is fantastic this format. But I've never played less than 3. I've thought about it, but at this point, I'm not. 3 Malefic Cyber Ends. This is probably one of the best cards in the deck. This card's too good, and obviously, that's one of the central engines of the deck. I went with 3 Beast King Barbaros because I wanted to play triple trade-in, and I'm playing triple skill drain. I just wanted to make the trade-in engine more consistent. So we go with double Ancient Gear Gagilotron Dragon. I've tried playing around with one. I can't get away with one. There's just too many times where you want to pull one where actually there's a couple times where I've dropped 2 on the board. That's pretty rare, but I think it's more of a bigger reason than that. If one of them gets bottomless or deprisoned, you'll still have one left to go to, and that did happen a couple times. So especially with bottomless seeing more play. Double Thunder King. I went back and forth between this and Doom Cal and maybe some other tech cards, but with Hero seeing play and Rabbit still seeing play and Wind Up still seeing play, and it's not awful against Insectors because you could still cut them off from Duality and Hopper plays. So I went with Double Thunder King. And 1 Great Truth Commandment, which is really just a 4th Terraforming. Some people play 2. I've gone with 1 and I haven't had any problems hitting Necro Valley. I don't know why. I just never had problem hitting Necro Valley, so 1 has been perfect for me. Triple Gear Talon, which is arguably the best card in the deck because it lets you pull a monster out if they cannot warning, and it lets you play all your Malefics and all that stuff. Double Necro Valley, which is like the... Ooh, split sleeve. This is like the anti-meta card right now. Shits all over Chaos Dragons. Really good against heroes. Pretty good against Insectors. And decent against Windup. So this was a really strong card. Yeah. And it's like, the only other field spells. I've spent a lot of time trying to find field spells for this deck, and Chaos Zone can't really do it. Future Vision's kind of, but this is just a stronger card. 3 Terraforming, because Gear Town's the best. Triple Trade-In, because I wanted to make this engine, the draw engine, as consistent as possible, and I've always really liked triple trade-in. I haven't always really liked it, but really recently I've been really into it. If Malefic Stardust isn't very good, it lets you get rid of that. And there's some matchups that it's not as good against, where they already have a big monster or whatever. Let you get rid of Dead Ancient Gears, let you get rid of Barbaros and tear through your deck so you can hit the pieces you like more quickly. Triple Duality, which I've also played around with, thinking about playing with less and all that kind of crap, but I just want to hit Skill Drain and Necro Valley so fast this format that I just wanted to play as many draw cards as possible. 1 Heavy Storm. I was going back and forth on this, but then I played it this format because of Hero seeing tons of play, and I used it so much. No one expects it coming, and with Malefic Stardust, it's playable to get pluses because your field spells will survive anyways, and with Starlight Road, it's playable, and if you set it early, you can pro set it, and either you get the benefit of getting the pro set plus, when they set 2 back rows in response to this, or they MST it, and they have 1 less MST for your skill drain. So yeah. I had 3 Forbidden Lance. I had to borrow 1 and give it back, so I don't have any more. But I was playing 3 Forbidden Lance, as you don't see any of this. You don't know what I'm playing. Huh. Alright, anyways. I was playing 3 Forbidden Lance because I expected everyone to see playing Bottomless, which they did, and I expected a lot of people to play D-Prison, which they did. And it was very strong, and I was really pleased with it. I might cut down to 2, but it was decent at 3. So, yeah. I played 3 Forbidden Lance as my counter to everyone playing Bottomless with priority changing. 3 Skill Drains because it's one of the most powerful cards in this format. Alarm's going off telling me it's bedtime. But nope, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile time! So anyways, 3 Dark Bribes. Man, I'm really sloppy today. 3 Dark Bribes to protect Skill Drain. And to make sure you don't get stormed. And it kind of can counter, when they try to... Because a lot of times there's only 1 or 2 spell and trap cards out to Ancient Gear Gagilotron Dragon, so that's a nice way to get around that. I went with Double Warning and Judgment. And a lot of people don't like these because they're like, well, you're skill draining. You know, how are you going to have the life point? You know what I mean, when you're skill draining everything, and especially if, you know, a lot of people will play this because they're like, oh, it's versatile, but no one will play this because they're like, well, skill drain and judgment's too much. I disagree, only in that, you know, if I'm playing against heroes and they summon a Stratos, you know what I mean, if I have just bribes and necro values and stuff, they're gonna push for 1800 damage anyways. You know, if they summon an alias or they spark my monster, or they bottom with my monster, a lot of times they'll push for damage anyway. So it's a good way to counter that, and it's just, everyone knows how good this card is. You know, like, you know, I played with Lightsworn and I hit JD when he tried to win with it. And, you know, you hit Chaos stuff and you hit Tour Guide early game and you hit Insectors so that they can't horn it from hand when you have Necro Valley and you just have blah, blah, blah. And it punishes bad players who overextend. And, yeah, this card was fantastic. I was really, really pleased with this, and I would still run it, you know, again. And I played one Starlight Road, which was pure trash. I think this is either one of those two cards or 3 or 0. You can't play it at 1 because you'll never hit it when you need it. Also, I didn't realize this till later, and I'll talk about this in a second. It might be because of my deck count, but I never had it when I needed it, and when I did draw it, I never used it. I used it once, and I still lost the game I played it. So, not a fan. I'd probably take it out now, but if you were to play it, you have to play it at least 2, because it's one of these cards. This card can win games, but you have to have it at the right time. So if you don't have the right time, it's no bueno. When I was testing this deck, I built it on a whim Friday night because I was going to play windups and I was getting wrecked by Skill Drain Hero, and I was going to play Chaos Dragons and I got wrecked by Skill Drain Hero, and I was like, man, like, Skill Drain's so strong. I wonder if Malefic's, I can't find anything that has a really strong matchup against everything, but this deck kind of did. So I was like, I wonder if Malefic still has a strong matchup against Hero. If it does, I know that windups, Insectors, and Rabbit and Chaos Dragons are good matchups. So I started testing with Herman Herrera and testing with Ben Garcia, who topped the last event. Herman's a top player, and they're playing Heroes, and I was doing great against them, and I was like, who gives a fuck? Because no one knows what they're playing anyways, because of the rules changing 5 days ago, which, great job, Konami. It's the way to go. Change the rules 5 days before YCS. 3 days, whatever. Anyways, so I took this, and, you know, it performed a lot better than I thought. If I would have had a full 2 weeks to prepare with this deck, I really think I probably could have gone undefeated. But I screwed up in that I underestimated Rabbit, which everyone did. I underestimated... This was supposed to be Rabbit's supposed to be my best matchup. Other than Chaos Dragons, and it turned out that it was not, because they're main decking a ton of Trap Hate, you know, a ton of Bottomlesses and Deep Prisons and Compulses to protect their stupid Rabbit when it gets Veilered. And I paid for that. So, also I got kind of sacked. But anyways, that's the main deck. It was 42, and I didn't realize it was 42 until I started writing the deck list down, and I was like, crap, I hate 42 card decks. Like, it should be 40, 41 max, but I was so happy with how the deck was flowing that I was like, there's no reason to change it. If it's running well, then 42 is fine. And it ran well. This was really just the only problem card because too many cards in the deck to hit this consistently. So probably should have either played 2 of this or just taken it out. And probably just taken it out. But that's the main deck. Big pile of cards. Side deck, Triple Prohibition. This is the best card in the side deck because you're just like Hornet. Or you're like MST. And then you're like Heavy. And I actually did draw 3 twice. One time it won me the game, one time it lost me the game. But if you're just like Hornet, set Bribe, well, let's go. You know what I mean? Or you're like Grapha, set Bribe. Like, they're very tight on answers. You know, it's just a solid card. And even if you want to, if you play against certain hero beat decks, you can be like Prohibit Alias. And it's like Gemini Sparks are dead, and Hero Blasts are dead, and blah, blah, blah. Solid card. Too good. Especially with Dark Bribes, man. Too good. So I did 3 MSTs because I was afraid of... It's decent against Heroes, and I was afraid of Dark Worlds, which I didn't play any. But I probably cut that down to 2 if I had the choice. I played Double Veiler to increase my Insector matchups, and I thought it would be helping against Rabbit, and it really wasn't that good against either. I'm not sure why. I sided against a bunch of stuff, and it wasn't really very good. Now, I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe I just hit Skill Drain early in those games. I don't know, but I sided 2. 2 Maxis because I was still afraid of windups, and yeah, I didn't play any, but some people did, and there was a lot at the top tables, so I'd probably side that again just to be safe. Double World Tribute, which was just smash, smash, smash everybody. Played against Lightsworn, side this in, win. Played against Chaos Monarch, side this in, win. Played against Chaos Dragons, win. Win, win, win. Like, didn't main it because of heroes and because it forces you to overextend, but against decks that are playing 22 or 25 or 30 monsters, it's just rape. It's so good. And you play a long, slow game with this deck, and then you just pop this out of nowhere, and suddenly that screws up the whole plan. And obviously I can't play this because of Dark Worlds and shit either. Anyways, can't main it, but I did side it, and it was a great side card. I sided 1 Cyber Dragon. just to see if someone was maining Thunder Kings for heroes and things like that, and I didn't really draw it. And then I sided 2 cards I had to give back to my friend that I borrowed, but these were Doom Caliber Knights, which were really good, actually. Really, really good. Played against Lightsworn, played against this Chaos stuff, played against the Monarchs, and it was just like... And I always brought it in against Insectors, which I played 4 of. So I replaced Thunder Kings with this for Insectors. Great. I was really happy with double Doom Cal. Would come back again, or, whatever. Anyways, 10 out of 10. Extra deck. Triple Stardust Dragon. Because of Starlight Road and Malefic Stardust. Triple Cyber End because of Malefic Cyber End. Synchros, the next Saber got him because you can make it with Valor and Ancient Gear or Valor and Barbaros. A Catastor, an Android. Android can beat over Dolka and you have a ton of extra deck space. Not that they'll ever drop Dolka against me, but whatever. Double Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, 39 and C39, which I never dropped. And then a Steel Storm Roach and a Maestro, whatever. Never dropped that shit. Anyways, what I would change. I'll tell you about how the tournament went and all that stuff. Like I said, Starlight Road I'd probably take out to drop back to 41. I would change up the side a bit to prepare more for Rabbit and maybe to deal more with back row hate. I was thinking Zing Zenhu, but I probably can't use it. But more Rabbit hate. I didn't expect to see it, so probably 3rd Thunder King. I don't even know. Like, I can't even do Snow. I don't even know. I'd have to rethink my whole approach on Rabbit because it was supposed to be a strong matchup, and I lost to 2 of them. One of them, he just had... a couple of them, I really just had rough luck. They had a lot of really good answers, but I'd like to be more prepared for the next event if I... Not that I'll play it, because this is a meta-dependent deck. You play this if it answers the meta. If it doesn't answer the meta, you don't play it. But if Necro Valley smashes the meta, and you think Ancient Gear will get in there, then you play it. Necro Valley smashes this meta right now. I started off 4-0. First round, Chaos Dragons, win. Second round, what did I play second round? Insectors, which a guy from Colorado who's a good player, but Prohibition puts in too much work and so does Skill Drain. Round 3, I think probably another Insector. What did I play in round 3? Whatever. Round 4, played against Chaos Dragon. What did I play fucking round 3? I don't know. Round 4, play against Chaos Dragon and smash because that card puts in too much. And so, you realize Chaos Dragon, if they don't main MST, has no answer to Skill Drain Malefic Cyber End. Like, they have to, Dark Hole and do some crazy... This just puts in too much work. Anyways, smash through Chaos Dragon. It was Justin Delhan, who's a good friend, and he's a good player, so I knew this had a good match against that deck when I beat him. Round 5, Dino Rabbit. No, round 5 I played against Insectors again and lost because I misplayed. I gave him the game for free. I made a small misplay, and then it turned into a big misplay when I got frustrated. So that's a lesson. If you ever make a misplay, try not to get frustrated over it. Pretend like it didn't happen. And that's how I lost that game. Played against Dino Rabbit, and he had Nutty McNutnuts. I opened with Thunder King. He's like, Mind Control, and Summon a Monster, and Exceed, and blah, blah, blah. And then Summon Rabbit next turn, and Summon Tour Guide after that. And I just had no answer. And that deck plays a lot more back rows now. And then game 2, I opened with, an Ancient Gear Gilitron because I was like, I don't want this to get bottomless. So I played it first turn, set a warning, and he's like, MST, Special Cyber, go to Fortress, Monster Reborn your Ancient Gear. I've got Field Spells and Skill Drains, and I lose. Then I played another Insector? Probably. I think I beat them. Played Heroes, beat them. Played Lightsworn, beat that. The next day I played the Chaos Monarch deck, beat it with Royal Tribute basically single-handedly, and then I lost the last round to Dino Rabbit because, again, actually I kind of got a BLS top, which BLS just smashes. And I got wrecked by that. It sucked, and I would have really liked to top, but 8-3 with this deck after picking out on a midnight on a Friday night, and it's clearly not, super tier 1. It was pretty solid. So I'm okay. I'm not as disappointed as I was earlier. I really, really wanted to top this deck. But, times come and go. There's times to top. It's really difficult to win at this game right now. So tough. But it's always tough. And game tough. And, that's the game. Anyways. That's it for the deck. If you see me, I probably won't be at Philadelphia. I might be taking a bit of a break. Just because there's other games I'd like to play. There's other things I'm doing with my life. This was a bit of a last hurrah, but you could probably see me at Nationals because it's Nationals. You can't skip Nationals. And I'm excited to see what the new set and all the new next format's going to be like. Anyways, this is a deck. Feel free to leave me any questions or comments. And if there's anything you're going to ask, did you consider blank? Oh, that's my alarm for saying it's bedtime. Did you consider blank? I probably did. Well, depending on the card, I probably didn't because I built this deck on midnight on Friday. But I did play it for Long Beach, and I did know there's some problems. Like, I knew that I needed the warnings. That's why I didn't play Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain you can't use on Alias and stuff, so I didn't want to play Fiendish. I didn't want to play Safe Zone because I don't like Safe Zone. I feel like it just gives people another out to your monster, and it can't attack directly, so if you only have Malefic and no skill drain, you can't even attack them. Right now, I think the biggest thing this deck needs is just strong answers to things like Deep Prison. It's funny, and I guess Safe Zone kind of does that, and maybe I should reconsider it, and maybe I will. Maybe, maybe that's a good side for Dino Rabbit, but I feel like this deck needs strong answers to Deep Prison, Bottomless, and that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. 3 Lance, maybe not enough. Maybe it is. Maybe I just sided him out too much because I never wanted to leave him in against Insectors. But that's the deck. And that's DrDroo. And that's him signing out. And that's him loving you. Loving you is easy.